and welcome to week 2 of November 2025 Coffee and Card. I'm Linda from lindaspapercraft.co.uk, and this month we're using the traditional labels. I'm doubling up on this. I used it for my Christmas kit that I do for my in-person ladies, and so I thought I'll take some of the cards I used for the Christmas kit and then change bits of it for our coffee and card. Okay, so this is the card I made for my Christmas kit, and it's using the snowflake papers. This time we're using the Christmas traditions papers, and I love the way this sort of just sneaks out the edges, the little label die. So these are the 2 dies we are using today. Okay, and here is the stuff we're going to be using. So I have got in thick basic white a 13.5cm square card blank, a piece of Secret Sea, which is a very dark blue, and that's 13cm square, and then I have a 12.5cm square of this gorgeous lush paper. How beautiful is that? So just some boring squares on the other side, but that is just gorgeous. So that will be going on there, and then I've got some white for stamping and die cutting, and then some more Secret Sea to do the little ribbon effect. So nice, simple, straightforward card today. So I keep saying this, but you know, this one will do for mass producing as well. So the inks I'm using today are Secret Sea and Cherry Cobbler. Look how they tone, because they're very similar tones, so they go together so well. Loving that, absolutely loving that. Right, so I'm going to start with the Christmas in the middle. This is quite a big label, so you can, if you want, cut the die cut it out first and then stamp it, or I prefer to stamp and then die cut. It's just the way I was taught. So I'm going to start with Christmas across the middle of the piece of paper. So I've not got that straight on my block, so I'm just trying to put it straight on my piece of paper. There we go. And then I'm going to add the Merry and the To You on it in the Secret Sea, and I'm going to do it sort of in the middle. And find the Secret Sea. Here it is. So we have Merry, which we're just going to, oops, don't move it, just above. And then To You just below. And I love, because I do like a sentiment that's all on one block and you don't have to put them together, but the advantage with this is you can use different colours, so you don't have to, it's not a hassle to use different colours on your sentiments. You can on normal sentiments, but it can be a fiddle because you're trying not to get ink on the bits that you don't want it on, and vice versa. So I do like the way this does this. Right, so let's get out the trusty mini cutting machine. Have I cut that narrow enough? No, I'm just going to take a slice off this top and bottom. I just grabbed a scrap, so it's a bit too big to go through the machine. So, and we're going to cut, I mean, that just on a square would look lovely. Just on a square. Could stick it on a stylish shaped square, it'll look fabulous. Okay, so I'm just going to pop that on. Let's just move that away. Let's do this here so I can see what I'm doing. So there we go. Just using my die tape to hold that in place. Pop that on and then send it through. Ooh. There we go. And then so that's just going to come off there. Let's get my poke tool just to lift it. Now it does have sort of a cut edge, so just be careful that you don't stretch them. There we go. See, that's still down there. Just gently take it off your plate. And then we shall go back through with my little piece of Secret C, which has disappeared. Now, of course, you could cut it out to the middle of this, which I can't because of the piece I'm using. Where's my piece of Secret C gone? Just bear with me a second. There it is. It was hidden. There we go. I'm just going to cut that out of here. There we go. Close that. Check everything is still more or less straight. And again, we're just getting those edges off. There we go. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at the detail on that. So even on the dark card, you can still see all the sort of shading lines that they've put on it. So let's put all of this together. So both folder. Put it away. Oh, it doesn't want to come out of the holder. So you can see how it goes with the Secret C. The darker lines there are the same colour as the Secret C. And I did use that on a tree card we did in the craft extravaganza we did in September. So Christmas in September up in Lymm in Cheshire. I suspect there will be another one. Well, not a Christmas one. It'll be next year before we do our next one, but we've not set a date yet, but I'm sure there will be. Both Liz and I are on full on Christmas at the moment. So we're organising next year's stuff. Right, let us see. I love the way that Secret C just sets it off. It really makes it pop. Okay, and then we're just going to add this to this. Let's get the silicone sheet. There we go. And I'm going to be putting the glue on the front of this. So where's my original? Which way did I have it? Yep, I had it that way. Okay, so just pop that there, and we just want this to go in the middle with it straight across, more or less. Okay, there we go. Happy with that. It's possibly nearer the bottom than the top, but I quite like the way that's coming out there. And then we're just going to add some dimensionals. Move it up a little bit. Is it going to go? No, it's going to stay where it is. You can put yours where you like. So, quite a big piece. Now, this one I am using dimensionals on. As I say, I don't often on Christmas cards, but I really thought this would lift those little tails if we actually put it on dimensionals. One in the middle. Let's take this off. It's a weird order to do them in. Right. And then I'm just going to pop this in the middle of the card. About there. And then let's get some of the gems. Well, these are not gems, are they? They're sequins. They're adhesive backed sequins. And I think I'll stick again with the same. I'm going to use the cherry cobbler of the sequins this time. Pick up tool. So again, like I did last time, so a couple on the corner there. I left the glue dot behind. I have managed to pick it up. There we go. And then a bigger one just at the bottom here. And there we go. Okay, so that is snowflakes. And that is Christmas traditions. I hope you like them both, and I shall see you next week. Bye.